Gracias por estar con nosotros en este programa que se llama Sesiones. Yo soy Alejandro Franco y les doy la más cordial bienvenida a este que es el último programa de la temporada 4 de este show que se trata de tener a buenas bandas en vivo. Y el día de hoy no es la excepción, y es más, hoy nos volamos la barda. Tenemos una banda que tiene sin duda alguna una aceptación alrededor del mundo muy especial porque suenan a todos lados y además tienen integrantes de todos lados. Así es que sin más ni más, y en este último programa de esta temporada, los dejo vía Nueva York, Los Ángeles, Ucrania, Rusia, Etiopía, Ecuador, México y cualquier parte del mundo con Gogol Bordello.
remember you back in the day, yo. You got it. Fortuna amigo, para Mexico. And uno especial amigo. Sanchez! Sally was a 15-year-old girl from Nebraska. Sisters were passing through her little town. They did something on the road. She picked it up. Cultural revolution right away began. Oh no! Cult revolution just began. Oh no! Cult revolution just began. They always were afraid that there was little hope. Always were afraid, что я родину продал. А на правде я был просто маленький медведик. Стал его спереди, что нахуй проебал. Oh no! Cult revolution just began. Oh no! Cult revolution just began. Yeah, God. A double table of contents with Mother Earth provides. That could be a big fat fucking fly. The one that spins around your head all day and at night. Sounds like there's just like what a nuka party. Big fat fucking what then I would visit you alive. La 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 la. La 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 la. Maximum dedication to the Sanchez. Was not considered to be fully grown. Asking on down beyond the hills, not cross the seven seas. Yes, 7 seas at least. Now all them jokers kept around like the scarecrows in hometown. Yes, scarecrows in hometown. From screen to screen, they're traveling. But I'm a wanderlust. I stay on the run. Let me out. Let me be gone. It's a world beat up from Zion. I so know Your Trans-Siberian sex toys and whatnot. Well, at least it's something different from what they get in every other era form. Шальные вред, но кое-что похоже. Завратилась, не юра, не серьезно. Земляный курс, а второй тонул дагу. Циркач, так что же? I travel the world looking for understanding of the times death we live in. Hunting and gathering first-hand information, challenging definitions of sin. I travel the world looking for a lover someday who never really, never settle in. Cause I'm a wanderlust king, and I stay on the run. Let me out, let me be out into a world queen of road Zion. I saw you history of a time, new history of per minute. This is my regular speed. How did you want me to live with it? How did you want me to live with it? How we are ringing all alarms, overthrowing stuff without them doing the math, or fucking with their shares. 60 revolutions per minute. This is my regular need. How did you want me to live with it? How did you want me to live with it? How we are ringing all alarms with overthrowing stuff without them doing the math, or fucking with their shares. Gather a new generation that's gonna stand up to it. To this karaoke dictatorship, where folders and monos and guitars boogie to the shit for beats. I am making a better rock revolution alone with my dick. Yeah, no, without ringing all around, without overthrowing stress, without having the mask, or fucking without stress. Wow! Por la casa, puta. Oya, 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 oya. Pedriña que le va, si la miro con lo bate, corrido el chocolate. La espera las temporadas que yo me bate. El favor lo bate, corrido el chocolate. La espera las temporadas que yo me bate. La 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 la. La espera las temporadas que yo me bate. Por minuto, entre reputación, digo, no te estoy hablando yo de revolución. Hace mucho que yo ya no te decía, plaza de injusticia, muerte, policía. Plaza de injusticia, muerte, policía. gonna come in. Cha cha cha.
Eugene de Gogol Bordello está aquí con nosotros. Bueno, toda la banda está con nosotros, pero le doy la bienvenida a Eugene. Come on, Eugene. How are you, man?
What's happening?
What's happening? Do you want
this
to
thing
take a
on?
seat? Yeah, please. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. What's happening?
I'm seeing you are really good.
Yeah.
What do you drink more often? Wine, maybe?
Usually wine, but lately I've been going through cachaça phase since I've been residing in Rio de Janeiro.
Because you were living in Brazil, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about tequila from
That's
Mexico?
also good. That's a kind of afternoon drink.
And vodka, of course.
I hate vodka.
Really?
Yeah,
But
I
you
don't
asked
know.
vodka, or was somebody else?
Well, there's 8 other cats who are
Yeah, of course.
into that.
From everywhere.
Yeah. I somehow never became vodka fan. I don't know. It's something wrong with the chemistry of it.
Sometimes it's a little bit boring, maybe.
As soon as I drink vodka, I started having existential crisis.
Oh.
It's, what is the meaning of life and Dostoevsky and the whole fucking thing.
Did you find it out? Or never?
I don't think it's...
With the wine, maybe.
I don't think anybody has opportunity to find that out.
The meaning of life.
And that's kind of... It's just something you're supposed
And
to
if you
marvel,
find it, you are dead.
marvel at the mystery of that. And that's all you're gonna get for now.
Maybe. What were you doing in Brazil? Tell me.
Well, first time I went there, my friend Manu Chao, showed
Chao,
me around
yeah.
a little bit, and we went to Pernambuco, to Carnival, and to Rio. And I just fell in love with the place. And I mean, my love for Brazil didn't start like yesterday either. I was always already crazy about it. And there was also a lot of not only Brazilian but Latin American people at our shows and at a party. So that was only kind of logical conclusion of this whole.
You have to do it once in a lifetime.
Yeah. I don't know, I just fell in love with the place, and when you're in love, like, you have no judgment. It's just like, okay, this is it. I am there. So that's what happened.
I didn't know that you're actually a good friend of Manu. And I think just as Manu, tell me if I'm wrong, that Manu always says that he's like a citizen of the world. And I see your band and I see you all around the world and I feel you in the same way.
I think it should be normal condition for everybody.
Who is playing all around the world.
Well, it should be normal condition and opportunity to everybody to choose where they want to live. It's becoming so. Slowly, but it's kind of like now it's first time in the history when it's like a generational thing, you know, where a lot of people are able to choose where they want to live, whether they're from Ukraine and want to live in Brazil, or whether they were born in, you know, Finland and want to live in Mongolia or Australia.
Yeah,
I don't know. But used to, people usually relocated because of some cataclysm or war or disaster or necessity. Now it's becoming more available, and not only for privileged class, because I am not from privileged class, you know. I was born in a typical working Ukrainian family. So, but I made my way all the way down to country that I always loved, so I think it's possible.
So in which moment did you decide, back in 1999, I think, to move on to the States, to New York? Why was that? A family thing? Or?
It's a family thing. And I moved to New York in 1998. It was a kind of a also very typical Eastern European family story. A lot of people from, you know, behind the Iron Curtain like to tell their story like it was something heroic, you know, like persecution and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But it's like,
I run to
so
the
what?
States. and-
Yeah. But it's like thousands of people did it. So my father was persecuted, like taken to the basement and pressured into signing things that he didn't want to sign, and then he fought back and get refugee status. It was almost like a normal procedure. So, I mean, it shouldn't be normal to be persecuted, but I don't see it as something. There's so many immigrants, and all immigrant stories are, they're heroic to the extent, of course. I've been there and I know what it takes and what it's all about, but it's also just one of the ways of life. And
Do you visit Ukraine very often right now? Or you don't?
almost every year.
Almost every year.
Yeah, there was a period that I didn't visit for first 8 years,
Okay.
but since I started going back, it's been methodical.
Do you think you will be doing the same thing in Ukraine? Maybe if you, if you didn't get to the States back in 1998.
I was already doing that thing,
Okay.
which is playing music and doing art. So
And saying whatever you want to say.
yeah, that's the way our whole community of friends was, and that's the way the scene that we were in. It was completely handmade thing, and everything was made from scratch, and including stage for a show and instruments. Made distortion pedals from radio and transistors taken out, and everything was very, very handmade. So that's my school, as was back there. That's a pretty good school,
Yeah, for sure. When you have less, you learn to do more.
Yeah,
No?
absolutely. It's always about
It's the same in Latin America.
It's
That's
more
why I'm
about
saying that.
subtracting than about adding.
Yeah, totally.
People kind of overestimate adding and adding and adding.
Totally. Let me go to commercial cut. We'll be right back. Y vamos a un corte. Gogol Bordello está en la casa. Ya de regreso aquí en Sesiones, Gogol Bordello nos visita el día de hoy en este último capítulo de esta cuarta temporada y estoy con Eugene, el líder de la banda. This is our season finale tonight, so it's a great pleasure to have you here.
What, you guys got kicked off the air, or what's up?
No, it's the end of the season only.
So good. So it's like your farewell party.
Yeah, of course. I predict a riot tonight.
So you asked the right band.
Yeah, of course. I knew that. So in which moment did you decide to do the thing with Gogol Bordello and do it in this way with people from all around the world? I know that they were living in New York also, but in which moment did you figure out to do this kind of amazing band?
Well, thanks first of all for recognizing our efforts as amazing. And there was never really a script. So, of course, the turning point, I guess, I was always doing music and all sorts of bands and projects and metal and hardcore and punk and ethnical, acoustic and electronic. But at certain point, I just got kind of obsessed with this idea of kind of alchemic kind of music. And I just was lucky enough to meet like-minded musicians in New York. So I knew one thing is that in order to be alchemic about your music, you have to be at least biocultural. So naturally, from that, almost all members are diasporic, relocated,
Yes.
something that has perspective from both sides. And that's very valuable because we're all born and raised in a kind of in a boxes, you know, like.
You have different points of views.
Yeah, but unless you leave that box, it was always just going to be this baggage. So that nonsensical baggage. So like I was raised to be a warrior, you know, a Cold War warrior, as everybody else in Soviet Union.
Yeah.
But that war never started, so it was never going to start anyway. It was all just politicians playing. But from being here and there is so obvious the way politicians manipulate things, and it's almost ridiculously childish, you know. So from acquiring that kind of position of being able to view things from different sides, it becomes transparent, so you're no longer really their victim, you know. You kind of I just can't even take it seriously.
Yes,
you know, that's just like such a bad business.
Something like it was meant to be, or something like that.
What, politics?
You were there. No, politics is, I mean.
Was meant to deteriorate and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, of course, I agree with you. Okay, thanks a lot for being here.
Yeah, of course.
In the
Thanks
show.
for having us. It's our first time in Mexico, and it's strange that we're getting here only now, because we already been everywhere: Japan, Brazil, Argentina, Russia, and
First time in
Mexico is
Mexico.
just here, very near New York comparatively. So we're very excited, and it's time.
And this show also is seen in the whole Latin America. So a lot of people in Argentina, in Brazil,
Yeah.
in Chile, in Ecuador.
The
in
energy is
everywhere in
amazing.
Latin America.
I knew it from our fan base. I mean, we had to start singing in Spanish just as a gesture of response to how many Latin
you know a
fans there
few
was.
words in Spanish right now.
Yeah,
Like,
¿Qué pasa por la casa?
¿Qué pasa por la casa? Which one was we were singing in backstage?
Oh, but that was in Portuguese. It was kind of.
I don't know.
Tenho
I heard
dois-
like Spanish.
Eu tenho-
No, but then we did a part in Spanish. Which was that? Luis, ¿cuál estábamos
Eu tenho
cantando en
dois
español?
cachaças. Eu tenho dois tequilas para mim e para você.
Ajá.
Essa russo to hit cigano. Pero yo siempre beberé.
Yo siempre beberé.
Pero yo siempre beberé.
Ya.
Pero yo siempre beberé.
Pero yo siempre
Pero yo
beberé.
siempre beberé.
Pero yo siempre
Beberé.
Gogol Bordello en la casa.
Tú me estás dando mala vida, de pronto me voy a escapar. Gitana mía, por favor, date cuenta, gitana mía, por favor, no me dejo de respirar. Tú me estás dando mala vida. Radísela tra mi corazón, dime tú por qué, yo tú también. Cuando tú me hablas como un cabrón, mi corazón está sufriendo. Gitana mía, por favor, no me dejes de respirar. Tú me estás dando mala vida. Díselo tra mi corazón, dime tú por qué, pero tú también. Cuando tú me hablas como un cabrón, gitana mía. Díselo tra mi corazón. 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 Basta di lei.
Comienza a vestirte de violeta. Vístete de violeta para mí. Tu sanidad y cordura se esfumarán. ¡Pum! Te lo juro. Es solo cuestión de...
So yeah, ha, stop wearing purple, da 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 da. Stop wearing purple for me now. Hold your sanity, and when they will all vanish, I promise you. I know it all since you were 20. I was 20, and the guns on my ears from na 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 na. I put up a little lady in the perfect, put it on you and useless ground. So yeah, I start wearing purple, da 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 da. Start wearing purple for me now. All your sanity, Wednesday will all vanish. I promise you, it's just a matter of. I know it all since Diogenes. Куда Фуко ложечкину по асфальту. Я клянусь, обоссал пальцы, что ты. Музыка пошла от звуковому. Stop, stop, wearing purple, wearing purple. Da-da-da-da-da. Stop wearing purple for me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All your sanity, Wednesday will all vanish. It's just a matter of God. So yeah, stop wearing purple, da 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 da. Stop wearing purple for me now. Oh. So why don't you start wearing the little purple? Why don't you all start wearing the little purple? Start wearing purple for him. And now. Stop! 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 I wanna know. What it is. All your sanity, and with they will all vanish. I promise you, it's just a matter. So feel, Violetta,
Bueno. Good is not enough. Ahorita les decía cuando me subí al escenario. Un poco más de aplausos para Gogol Bordello. ¡Más! ¡Más! Thanks a lot, man. It's a great pleasure to have you here. Bueno, yo creo que lo que pasa aquí, tratamos siempre de que se refleje a través de la cámara. Igual ustedes no lo van a sentir tanto, pero donde estén también los invito. Así como lo hicimos en el primer programa de esta temporada con Café Tacuba, le pido a la gente que está aquí que se ponga de pie, que disfrute el concierto. La última canción de esta temporada 4 de sesiones. Le quiero agradecer mucho a toda la gente que hace posible este programa, a toda la gente que trabaja en cada una de las sesiones, a toda la gente que nos ha sacado de las complicaciones propias de esta temporada. Y también a Gogol Bordello. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here on the show. Bueno, ya nos vamos. Gracias por haber estado con nosotros en esta temporada 4. Soy Alejandro Franco. Esto fue Sesiones y los dejo de nueva cuenta con Gogol Bordello.
Yeah, respect all the Mexico. Much love and we're there. What's up? Hey, 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 hey. I came to New York to start gypsy punk roll. Now that it's rockin', why don't I just go home? Join everybody now drink locally. Я пошибура, fuck off. Back on they failed to understand that I'm simply a travel kind of man. You're everybody and I'll think locally. Pasamura, Fagro, Banda. I can't believe back on they failed to understand that I'm simply a travel kind of man. You're everybody now think locally. Ya Pasamura, Fagro, Banda.
Todos amigos, I'm Eugene Hoots from Gogol Bordello, and this is SesioneS with Alejandro Franco. Check it out, yo. Party.
When we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes, I know that I'm deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Die!
Gracias por estar con nosotros en este programa que se llama SesioneS. Yo soy Alejandro Franco y les doy la más cordial bienvenida a este que es el último programa de la temporada 4 de este show, que se trata de tener a buenas bandas en vivo. Y el día de hoy no es la excepción, y es más, hoy nos volamos la barda. Tenemos una banda que tiene sin duda alguna una aceptación alrededor del mundo muy especial, porque suenan a todos lados y además tienen integrantes de todos lados. Así es que sin más ni más, y en este último programa de esta temporada, los dejo vía Nueva York, Los Ángeles, Ucrania, Rusia, Etiopía, Ecuador, México y cualquier parte del mundo con Gogol Bordello.
Never any good old days. They are today, they are tomorrow. It's a stupid thing we say, cursing tomorrow in sorrow. Yeah!